This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is now available on Amazon. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Count time on the compound. All inmates return to bunks. Beyond the Count, Life on the Compound. Brought to you by former Sergeant Allen of the Florida Department of Corrections. On this YouTube channel, I will explain to you the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts of a prison. Hope y'all enjoy. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are a brother or sister correctional officer, y'all remember, be safe, and we never walk alone.
Alright, y'all. It's Anthony Oksenholt, your host, Beyond the Count, Life on the Compound. What is wrong with COs today? It's what I want to know. I'm looking at Facebook. I'm going to read y'all the post. This is in a group called Correctional Officer on Facebook. I'm not going to use any names here. I made a 66-year-old offender cry today. I literally laughed my ass off when the wing officer told me about it. Why? Why? Can somebody please answer me that? You made a 66-year-old convict cry. And it's okay to make him cry. Well, no, it's not. But if it happens, it is what it is. But you take it to a whole nother level of being a sadist and show your lack of professionalism when you post it on Facebook. Believe this woman works for the Missouri Department of Corrections, judging by what other people have said anyway. Do you know what officer catches the cup of shit? The cup of piss? It's not the officer that pissed him off. It's the officer that comes behind the officer that pissed him off. Sorry, y'all, it's hot in this fucking house. You went on Facebook and you posted this for the world to see. And then, that's not all. Another one, and I do believe she works for Illinois, commented on the same post, I treated my inmates the same way I wanted to be treated, and in parentheses it says, unless they were sex offenders. What sense does that make? I could give a rat's ass less of why a convict is in jail. It's none of my business. I don't care if they murdered their own mother, 5 babies, and raped 100 fucking disabled people. That's not my business. I don't look these guys up. My job is simple. It's care, custody, and control of the inmate population under my charge. My job is to protect the inmates from themselves and each other, protect the general public from the inmates, and protect the inmates from the general public, and hold order in my facility. That is our job. That is what we do. Do I care that an inmate is a child rapist? No, not really. Do I care that an inmate is in there for credit card fraud? No. Am I going to treat those two differently? No, I'm not. My rules are the rules. They're the rules of the facility, and they are never changing unless the institution changes their rules. Follow policy. Do your job. And if you're a new CO and you're thinking, oh, well, you know what, I'm just going to go in here, I'm going to go work in a prison, and if I see a pedophile, I'm just going to make his life a living hell. Don't work in corrections, please. I know we all have this thought in our head. Some of us did. Now, I ain't going to lie. When I started, I was guilty of it. Oh, yeah, man, them chomos going to pay. Well, it's none of your business. It's none of my business. I found out real quick exactly how much it is none of my business why somebody's incarcerated. I've been at this 5 years. It's none of my business. It's none of your business. That's between the court system, the lawyers, and the convict. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not a part of any of those. None of those are in my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is care, custody, and control of the inmate population. When they go to court, they get sentenced to 10 life sentences for whatever. They get sentenced to death penalty for whatever heinous crime they committed. My job is not to punish them while they're in prison. My job is to make sure they follow the rules of the institution, period. I am that officer that I dare an inmate to call me by my first name, because he'll go to confinement with a DR so fast it'll make his head spin, and I'll gladly pack his property to put him there. Now, if I don't want an inmate in my business just that much, why would I get into their business as far as why they're inside? Now, they are my business while they're inside, and what they do while they're inside is my business. What they did before is none of my business. It's none of yours. And if you are thinking of an inmate enough to where you have to look him up on whatever DC website, inmate information website, whatever you have, you're too close and you're compromised. And more importantly, you're out of uniform. "100% out of uniform." You need to take a step back and decide if you can be professional, if you can watch your fellow officers back. If I see a child molester getting his ass whipped in the housing area or on the yard, I have a duty to stop that if the scene is safe enough for me to respond. If not, I need to call for backup and make that scene safe enough so that we can respond. That's a decision that I don't get to say, you know what, that's a pedophile, I'm going to let him wear that ass whipping for a little bit. Oh, it's just a convict, they're all pieces of shit. No, that's not your job. Care, custody, and control, the first part of that is care. What does that word mean? What does the word care mean? Let's look that up. Oxford Dictionary defines the word care as the provision of what is necessary for the health, welfare, maintenance, and protection of someone or something. 2. Serious attention or consideration applied to doing something correctly or to avoid damage or risk. As a verb, to feel concern or interest, attach importance to something, look after and provide for the needs of. Sounds like our job, care. The provision of what is necessary to the health, welfare, maintenance, and protection of someone or something. That sounds like our job. It don't say care unless it's a pedophile, custody, and control. That's not what it says. You better walk in there and treat every inmate like a sheet of white paper with nothing written on it. Get to know them. Get familiar with your inmate population. All means, do that. Get to know your inmates. But get to know them for how they are and what they do inside the facility, not for what got them sent there. Just my 2 cents. Y'all have a good day.